Alrighty, we are back with second round at the War Machine. I mean, not the War Machine, the Warfare Weekend Qualifier, round 2 at Giga-con. And today, right now on the stream, we have a new faction. There's been a pretty good representation of Skorne, although this is a new list, which is nice, and a new player, which we have not featured. But we have Mercenaries, played by Akira Breger, and Skorne, played by Alex Cosma. So they rolled off, and Alex won the roll, and he before that they also decided on their lists. We got Ossrum in Irregulars versus Zaadesh 2 in Imperial Warhost. So their lists are fairly tanky. We got pretty heavy battle groups going on. In Akira's list, we have Ossrum with 4 bashers, which are just tanky as all heck, and they're fast. We have then 3 drillers, and then 3 blasters. He has Alton Ashley, Iris, Mage Hunter of Ios, Kel Baylock, a unit of KZ Eliminators, and Lady Iana Holt and Master Holt. Then he has a unit or Forge Hold or whatever it is, artillery. So the dwarf gnome critters mortar unit. Then we have on Alex's side, we have Zaadesh 2 in Imperial Warhost. He is piloting an Agonizer in his battle group, 3 Erdis soldiers, so an Archidon, 2 Basilisk Krayas, and a Titan Gladiator. And then on top of that, he has a Bog Trog Misspeaker, a max units of Pain Giver Beast Handlers, Swamp Gobbler Bellows Crew, and a Derp Turtle, CJ Animaterics. So in both lists, like I said, they're pretty bricky. And they're actually, I think, deceptively fast, particularly in the case of Ossrum. And Zaadesh's list can hit really hard, but he has that advanced deployment, the extra 2 inches of forward from his theme of Imperial Warhost, and then also all of his War Beasts gain hyper aggressive, which probably will come into play given some of the shots that are coming out of Irregulars. Although this isn't like a standard bunny ranch or anything like that. He's got blasters, which I have a sneaking suspicion won't end up shooting a whole lot. But, it's nice. He probably won't do it because of how tanky they are and also because of hyper-aggressive. But I may be wrong there. Just 1 second, dealing with something technical real quick. Should be joined on the stream here momentarily by one of the other lovely voices we've been having here at Giga-bites in Marietta, Georgia. So, Mercenaries, let's get this going. Alright. So right now, they are ending up their first movement. We've had some advanced moves. Those initial moves were advanced moves on a part of Irregulars, because 1 heavy warjack per unit can make a advanced move per unit in the list, and he has 3 units actually. Akira does on the left here, and those are in the form of KZ Eliminators, Ion Holt, and the Forge Hold artillery. So that's 3 drillers, I believe, up forward, which is part of why these lists are both lists are fast. Not to mention the speed Ossrum brings to it with his feet. All right. Yes, Adam, I am very, very, very parched. Unfortunately, no one is kind enough to buy me a beer here. They've just been giving me water and coffee. I don't get it. So, right now we've got Alex is just unpacking his list. He's doing it pretty quick, so that's really good. I've had some pretty good streams that have been really grindy the last 2 games. Yeah, so he's bringing up that. He's just trying to stay out. part of the issue is he doesn't have to be super safe because he's not going to be hit this turn, but he needs to get that derp turtle into a really strong position for when he comes out next turn, because most likely he wants to start doing some work. He wants to force Akira to try and feat before he is ideal for Akira. I'm saying this as not a Skorne or Mercs player particularly. I play Pirates only because Pirates are life. So, I think I might be being joined by other voices, so I can.
Everybody knows Dave, the monkey hater.
Dave is back. Did you enjoy streaming on the last one, Dave?
I did.
It's kind of fun, isn't it?
I mean, it's much more enjoyable to talk about the thing you're watching with someone else talking.
Yeah, like it's it's fun. Mostly just get to talk out your ass, and people for some reason watch you. It's cool.
Yeah, it's the internet, only live.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of beef.
Yeah, so I was commenting. These are just both bricky lists because they're both battle group lists. Battle group heavy because Ossrum is obviously. I mean, he can build a non-battle group list, but in this case it is.
I don't know that much about the choppy bugs.
The soldiers?
Yeah.
So they have 2-inch melee. They're tanky. They're really hard to shoot down.
You had Carapace, right?
Yeah, they have Carapace, and how about I pull those up? I'm not as familiar, and Matt is elsewhere, our resident Skorne expert to
soldiers. The 18s. They got an 18, and they got two 15s starting.
Yeah.
And then because they're, Skorne, that'll go up.
Yeah, so they'll get, and then also Zaadesh has makes them hit harder too.
Yeah. And they have steady and sturdy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so his feat, so I think his feat is +2 strength. Zaadesh 2's feat is +2 strength and Matt and defensive strike. And it lasts for 1 round, obviously with a defensive feat. Defensive strike like that, it has to. But I think that with Ossrum's feat, which I believe is +3 armor.
Yes, it is. It's +3 strength, +3 armor, and +3 speed, and Pathfinder.
Yeah. And so, given how tanky the Rulik Jacks are already, they're going to be like that strength is. He wants to save that feat for after Akira's feat or before his feat, right? So if he can, I don't think Akira's going to give him a good feat turn.
Well, he's pretty slow, right? He has no speed ups except for counter.
Yeah, his
counter
battle
charge.
Yeah, and hyper aggressive. So he's taken some shots. The theme list gives all of his war beasts hyper aggressive.
Ah, that's where it's coming from. Cool.
So, which is really good. It's actually not as good into his Akira's list.
Sorry, not strength. Just +3 arm, +3 speed, and Pathfinder.
Okay.
The perfect plan is not as perfect as I thought.
I mean, it would be like a Skorne feat if it had +3 strength or something.
Yeah, it's a really good feat.
It is a really good feat though, because how tanky those Rulik Jacks are. Because he has the blaster, which is the spray one. It's not like he's got like 6 or 7 of the stupid gun bunnies who would actually be pretty poor into this because of the hyper aggressive, I think.
Yeah, he's got 4 slam bots. Yeah, he's got 4 slam bots, 3 drillers, and 3 spray bunnies.
Yeah, and so
the artillery might actually be really good for this because so I'm trying to. So in Akira's list, what I'm guessing you went over.
Yeah, I sort of touched on it, but I didn't go over what each piece does, really.
So I think there's a couple things that are important in this matchup for Akira. One, if he can get good drifts on his artillery to eat support, that's going to help.
Yeah, those beast handlers, if you can get a good line on them.
Yeah, because it can chop down where they can, how many of the beasts he can power up and get free charges. He obviously has Eris to. Does he have shield guards?
Nobody has sack pawn.
Yeah, Otto has sack pawn.
Yeah, well, he has a sacrificial pawn battle. I think it's war beasts in his battle group.
Okay, so she can't shoot off the spell, but she can get rid of your variable resolve.
Yeah. So.
And he has grievous wounds. Akira has grievous wounds on a gun. All good tools for this.
Yeah,
matchup.
they're really solid.
Man, just sack pawn. That's real good. And he has flank. so he's going to hit pretty hard as a follow-up beater. And he doesn't care about any of the swarms or anything because he's not living.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I think the turtle's gonna be a big piece if if the turtle goes Alex's way and can run the table. It's going to be a terror. If Akira can get it, early, turn 1 or not turn 1, but turn 2 or 3 maybe, that'll be a big deal. So, and Akira should be able to get the Alpha Strike right with his feet.
Yeah, his feet.
So
he's defining that. Like, as long as he doesn't do something really silly and like just give him a really solid hyper aggressive, like I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, if it doesn't give him a foolish hyper aggressive or a counter charge, he'll be okay.
Yeah.
But those are, it's easy to say when you're looking at it and have time to think about it.
Yep.
What else do you have? He's got Kel too.
Yeah, he's got some really good support hate in that list. So all 3 of his, like you said, the artillery. He's got Iris, which probably isn't, and Alt Ashley too. So he's got these really long range guns that are very maneuverable.
Yeah.
To just snipe out pieces of port, which.
Shout something.
And also grievous wounds on the beasts will be nice.
Yeah, on everything, right? So
it won't work on the siege turtle.
Why not?
Because it's a huge base.
Oh, you can't. I thought you couldn't grievous wound specifically colossals.
You might be right. It's been a while. I think it's under the massive rule that you can't.
I don't know. I'd have to go get my book.
Oh, you don't have the book? Yeah, boom, I'll pull it up. Massive. Where's that rule?
So anyway, if you can strip off Enviro Resolve off the turtle, shoot it,
yeah,
knock it down. I mean, it's already full rage tokens. Take a couple turns to knock it off, maybe. I don't know. The turtle then probably comes and kills him.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing though is he does have the agonizers, so that's gonna. I hate agonizers so much, cause man, they just really screw with melee damage, especially if you don't have like a ridiculous buff to get around it. Drillers hit hard, but they don't hit that hard. And that -2 strength behind like a dirt turtle or a Skorne, that'll just be really rough to get through.
Yeah, it's got a lot of tank to it. We'll see if the dwarves can, because he has so many of these slam bunnies. It's going to be hard to. They aren't.
Do the soldiers have sturdy though? Correct.
They do, sturdy and steady. They have sturdy and steady.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's just going to come down to, let's see how it goes. I don't know.
Matt, are you here to join us?
Yeah.
Come tell us about these lists.
Yeah, you actually play one of these factions.
We're just talking out of our rear ends for the Skorne. I think I play a little bit of Mercs. You play Mercs, Dave?
Yeah. He's playing. So it's beef on beef. He's playing Zaadesh 2 with a single turtle. 3 soldiers, an Archidon, 2 Krayas, and a Gladiator.
And he's playing against Ossrum?
He's playing against Ossrum with 4 Slam Bunnies, 3 Drillers, 3 Spray Bunnies, and a lot of good support. All the good Mark gun support.
Got it.
And artillery. Yeah, I think if you can knock out those Beast Handlers, that'd be
well,
really
especially
good.
For that, because he loses the strength buff, right?
Also, he's more careful about his fury management then, right? Because you can't just like strip off all of his beasts to whatever he wants, right?
Well, yeah, if he loses those, he loses the strength buff and he loses the free charge on the beast.
Yeah, it changes the math.
And he has to deal with his fury a lot more efficiently.
Yeah, but you also are depending on the drift to get there.
Yeah, because are they inaccurate on that the mortar?
I don't believe so. I think they actually are 3 dice hit with his spell because he has fire for effect.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I think he does. I'm pretty sure that's why you take it. He does have fire for effect, so it's boosted attack and damage rolls. I guess in theory you could put snipe on it instead if you wanted to.
Get a threatening 24 inches
He has
with arcing fire.
He has stranglehold too, which could
That's
come
gonna
up.
be bad.
which could be a big thing.
I actually didn't know
yeah.
that Ossrum had strangleholds.
He's probably not going
Turns
to
out
be
he
in a great
always has the
spot.
perfect plan.
He does.
He always does. Boys, I've got a plan.
I've got a plan.
It's
a good one.
perfect.
It's perfect.
So,
I love it when it comes together.
triple soldiers means he pretty much ignores range attacks.
Yeah.
I actually like triple soldier single turtle because Zaadesh has inviolable resolve. So I always, and this is just because I'm like a little crazy, I always hate putting inviolable resolve on one turtle and the other one's just kind of like, what about me, bro?
Your turtle sad.
Yeah, I make my turtle sad.
He's the
I have to
saddest
choose
or-
between Sonic and Gamera, between which turtle I put the buff on. That's always hard. It's like choosing between your two favorite children. And my Sonic also has crazy teeth, but I'm not changing him. But
Wait, your turtle needs Sonic shoes, right?
yeah, I have to model Sonic shoes on it. That's the last part.
Yes, I love that one.
That's the final stage.
That's the final stage. That's
Does
his
he
final
follow up
form.
when he's getting fast? Before he
Gotta go
dribbles? like,
fast.
I need to just get a different model. I need to just like take a thing of modeling putty and make a Sonic like base. So when I'm like measuring to where he's gonna go, it's just the Sonic base.
You should get the three-tailed fox out of the Malifaux set and just have like a little tails like underneath, because it's a relatively
So
small
he's moving
model,
up the,
right?
the Agonizer
Yeah.
right now. Ooh, he's putting that Agonizer really aggressive.
Did
It's just cried.
did it cry knowing pain?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it cried.
Yeah.
And it's very aggressive.
Interesting.
So the other thing that I like about triple soldier single battle engine is the Desh has the cloud wall, and you can't cloud wall huge bases, obviously. So if you have two turtles, that's two things that are ignoring the that are not getting the clouds. But you can like cloud the Aerodie, and also now that they have swarm in the burning ash cloud makes them defense 15 against living models, which doesn't matter in this matchup,
but is
but is relevant.
good
It's-
tech. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think he might have moved. I'm not sure what this huge base is.
Well, he only has the one, right?
So I think he activated the Agonizer in the wrong activation. So he accidentally
Did he move the turtle?
he moved the Agonizer before the turtle.
Oh, so now he blocked himself off.
That's-
You hate to see that.
Yeah, so that's a
I
slight
hate
error.
to see that, Cotton.
That sounds like a Matt Miller
Hate to see
special.
that. That's for when we grow into true commentators and have our telestrators.
We're on
and
ESPN,
desk.
the Ocho.
If you didn't hear him yesterday, Rob just screamed John Madden like quotes for like a minute and a half.
Can I get a light pen? I want to circle something. My favorite John Madden story, I was watching the Eagles versus the Niners, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, whatever, a while.
All right.
A long while ago. And
You can sit there.
and
Let me do it.
John, and they showed, and they cut away from the football game for whatever, a little bit of time, and they show the sun setting down in the bay past the Golden Gate Bridge, and John Madden literally circles the sun with the light pen. He's like, and here's the sun over here. Like, it's the most John Madden thing he could have possibly done.
That's amazing.
It was like old, and like I'm like, you have to be so sauced right now. Like, we're aware of what the sun is.
I wonder if he's so like by the end of the day, I'm just drunk on the power of talking into the void and like making decisions that don't matter. Like there's like I'm like, yeah, we've got people watching us, but I can't see them, so they don't exist, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like by the end of the day, I'm like the old grizzled guy like smoking a cigarette, drinking a brandy, just like, let me tell you a story. And that's what John Madden, like by the end of his career, he's like, John Madden, I don't care, I'm just gonna screw with them. This is the sun.
Right.
Check it out, guys.
But right over here, here's the sun. Like, get back in your Winnebago and drive somewhere, John.
Oh.
All right, so what actually happened?
I'm sorry, I thought they were judge calling, so I wasn't paying
They
attention.
did yell
That's fine.
judge,
Yeah.
and then
and then they
nothing
walked
occurred.
away. Yeah.
So the
I-
turtle, I think, maybe moved and shot because
Yeah.
he can't go to where he meant to. And I think,
That's going to be rough because the agonizer's probably just going to die now.
yeah,
Like-
and Alex definitely tilted a little bit because he definitely just did the like, I'm frustrated, scratch my head, like the kind of like I'm just gonna like weave and
Yeah. He did like the equivalent of the defeat Cobra, where you just kind of lace your fingers behind your head and leave your elbows out wide.
Oh, the defeat.
The defeat cobra.
I like that.
You're just, oh man.
What am I gonna do?
Yep. I mean, I'm a Giants fan, so I do that quite a bit when I'm watching football.
That's fair.
I mean, there were a couple good years. I mean, there were several good years, but just not recently.
No, he's rolling dice on something.
Yeah. He's
Is
just,
he killing his own agonizer?
I don't. Oh, please no. He's doing damage to the turtle. He's giving the
Okay,
turtle.
something was
I think-
damaged.
Yeah. I think he's just doing damage. Now he's gonna move the turtle and take the shots. Yeah. Feel free.
He's killing things with a spear.
My low key, one of my favorite rules that model has is the spears that activate out of order. Mm-hmm. And it's like, cool. Now I can charge whatever I want.
Yeah, thematically it makes sense. It's kind of cool, but like, I guess it also thematically makes sense that everything else could shoot or kill something before they walked.
Yeah,
also.
right.
So
right.
really, we're past the point where that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I guess this is his anti-shooting list, and he just dropped it. I mean, Ossrum or Fiona.
Oh god, so good.
I mean, this is gonna be tough for. Now I've played Akira's Ossrum list before. It's real good, and Akira's real good with it as well.
Yeah.
Like we were training. I guess he wanted some games into Gatsby 3-9 Slayers with his Ossrum list before he went to War Machine Weekend. I was playing, and I only won the game because Kel Baylock missed a shot with double ones.
So did he actually kill his own agonizer?
No, his agonizer's still there.
Did he give him a take back?
I don't think so.
No, he just maybe shot and had to like.
Yeah, I think he shot and then repoed
He couldn't
in.
charge. He just had
Yeah.
to like.
Yeah. So. Yep. So I think that
sturdy. I think they might be. I know they don't move.
I think they are sturdy. I believe that is correct.
Give me any Gordson Avalancher. It's good enough. They are sturdy. This model cannot be pushed. They are not steady.
Yes, they are not.
So he can be knocked down by
Yeah.
your tail.
I wonder. Do we know if he feeded this turn? Because that's. I was wondering if he was just gonna.
He has to have had the way this is set.
The
up.
way as far forward as he placed, I feel like he has to have feeded this turn.
Has to have. So you still have to kill the turtle,
I mean, the turtle's armor 22, 24 because inviolable resolves on the turtle.
unless he killed Iris. Iris shoots it off.
That's a fair point. Well, I mean, it's 24, right? He's gonna shoot off with Iris, but
Well, if she didn't get murdered, I don't know if the turtle got her. If he
the turtle can't hit her probably. She's defense 15, and he's
and
rank 5.
stealth also.
Yeah.
Although,
Well, he has a bog trog, so he can.
Yeah, he might have gotten in. I don't know. It was
I
a
mean, like
series
you
events.
need 10s, right? But I mean, if there's not really anything else to do, you might as well just take shots.
And he
try.
shot off a bunny, so
Yeah, I don't think that. Ossrum is so good.
he's Kira's trying to figure out a way if he can get.
Get a jack. Is he trying to get to?
He's trying to kill the agonizer with some kind of gun. The
Yeah.
agonizer's 15-14, and it looked like he was beat up because the
Yeah.
earlier damage track is the
Sure.
only thing it could be on.
Yeah. 15-14 is pretty decent stat line, but there is that line there because he couldn't get the cloud. He didn't have the cloud all the way base to base with the turtle.
Yeah. Akira's trying to measure something out. I don't know if he's trying to make get a kill down or what.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell if he was like trying to get to, like if he was trying to see where he wanted the Eridus, like get in on an Eridus or something. All right.
They're trying to decide if Kakir runs to a certain spot, if he'll get countercharged by anything. So they've
Oh, I
determined
got you.
that it is not the Kreia, but they're checking to see if Zaadesh will get a countercharge.
Gross.
I didn't realize that he would also get the countercharge. I guess he's part of his
Yeah, he's
battle
part of his battle group, and he has flank friendly faction battle group model.
group. Yeah.
Which I mean doesn't make sense. It probably just says battle group because you don't have to specify friendly faction.
Yep.
But yeah, so he'd go to Matt if his feet is up. He goes to Matt 10.
Yeah, he's
PAL. It's still only PAL 14 on his feet, but it's
flank.
It's flank, yeah, and it's a charge.
yeah, and then he gets defensive strike.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like the
I mean,
next
he
thing.
can't countercharge in defensive strike.
Yeah, but he could countercharge.
And then when something comes in on him, defensive strike. I mean, plus the model that the Eridus that he's going to get to is going to defensive strike.
Yeah, it's a lot of defensive strikes in your faction.
Yeah. That would be a rude thing, right? Like just get countercharged by Zaadesh. Countercharging warcasters are some of my favorite, just because, like especially, I think his feat is well within. Maybe it's not. I haven't played a ton of games with him, and also it usually doesn't matter because he bricks, right? But
Yeah. So
casters that move out of activation while within feats are really hilarious.
Ooh. Kira, I think he said he's about to get spicy.
Ooh, I love that. Yeah, here comes trying to kill an agonizer. Yeah, Zaadesh is wall within, which won't matter because even if he goes all the way to the top zone, he's still hitting everything that he needs to with his feet. Akira needs less shiny dice, so I can see what he's rolling.
His fire for affected artillery just missed the agonizer. Needed a boosted 7, missed it.
Gross.
And then it's going to float into nowhere. Well, maybe.
Oh, it looks like
they're
it might
figuring
still-
it might still get something.
Might still clip some stuff. I love proxies, especially on huge bases.
Yeah, they're so big and annoying.
Just because you have to, like, in cases like this, it's impossible for you to do it off of a real huge base. So he's hitting a bunch of stuff there. I don't think any of it's relevant. Because he didn't even get any of the beast handlers, it doesn't look like.
No, it's an unfortunate shot. If he gets the agonizer, his life goes easier. He needs a 7, then it's a PAL 16 boosted on the agonizer,
Right,
which probably
which probably kills it, yeah. Well, and then the other thing, too, is so if the agonizer's dead and Iris shoots the upkeep off, it's at arm 20.
And now it's dead.
It's dead. Like, at arm 22, it's dead, but it's going to take more than one jack.
Yeah.
And that's not really the kind of trade that Akira wants to make.
No, and all that focus, right? Because then the jacks need the focus.
Yeah, yep. So I think Alex may not have feated this turn because if what he's thinking is I'll trade the turtle for a bunch of jacks and then I'll feat next turn. I'll be +2 mat, +2.
Which is a fair.
PAL, because then the Eridus are PAL strength 22 on the bites.
Damn. Yeah.
And you can probably they're PAL 19 on the claws and PAL 22 on the bite, so you probably can actually kill 2
Yep.
jacks each.
Yep. Use the fear of the turtle to bait him, not bait him, but force him
Yeah.
into it. That's a smart play.
That's one that I don't often think of. I have kind of an infamous game against Rob where he forgot to feat, but I actually thought that he was playing really smart at first until I just checked measurements, because he was playing Ragnar versus Xerxes 2, and I like out-threaded him really far, and so what I thought he did was give me the Mountain King, and then he was going to feat, and because he was like, do I feat this turn? And I thought he didn't feat on purpose because he was going to give me the Mountain King, and I was going to kill it, and then he was going to kill whatever killed the Mountain King and then feat, so he got a second turn after my stuff had committed. But instead, he had just forgot to feat and gave me 2 gargantuans, so there was that. So, but I think that's kind of the same idea, right? Like sometimes I overthink things. Like maybe they're just like baiting with a huge base, and that's not something that happens a lot. But maybe that's what's going on right now.
They just realized the clock has been paused the entire time since they called the judge.
Oh, that's probably why you don't pause the clock until the judge says pause the clock. So Akira's just got an extra 5 minutes. Wait, no, it's probably fair because Alex took the rest of his turn after the clock. It is what it is. Theoretically, we would have to. We could stop the stream,
Go back and
go back, rewatch it, time it.
Fuck that noise.
Yeah, there's our one.
All right. Awesome. Get him in early. Awesome feeding.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds right.
Not getting the agonizer hurts his plan because now he jammed into Kayazis to stop counter charges on the flank,
Which is good. I like that.
which is smart. Just
I
trying
mean,
to
that's a smart play.
cut down Kayazis. He's doing the smart things first.
Yep. I think it takes 2 jacks even because Oshrum's feat is speed and armor, right? It's not strength.
Speed armor Pathfinder.
Yep.
He doesn't have a strength buff. It's like the one thing he doesn't have.
Does he not have Ragman? He doesn't. Do you know? Has Iris gone already and shot that off of the turtle?
I do not know.
Okay. My assumption is that
I
it's.
have not heard him say that.
My assumption is that it's on the turtle. I actually.
I know Enviro is on the turtle.
Okay. I was like, I wasn't here when it
Yeah,
got cast, so
yeah.
I actually don't know.
I do know that
100%.
Enviro is on the turtle. So Osrum's chilling. He feeded. He might have shot the turtle once or something.
Yeah.
He.
Is he trying to charge the turtle and then get range
He's
to?
bashing. He's slamming something.
Oh.
Now I don't know if he remembers that they're sturdy, or if he's just like, I get to do this for free.
Can he see one though? That's what I was asking. Like they're behind the clouds.
Yeah, I think they might. One of them be towed in the cloud.
Okay. Or maybe.
I think he might just be trying to get the basher into a position that he can then flak field. I don't know how big
Sure.
flak field is.
It looks like there's a model up front, so maybe that's what's going on. I mean, it obviously is because that's what he's doing. I just don't know. Is that like
flak field is within 2, suffers 6.
Okay. Did he? I mean, I just don't know what that model
Yeah,
is.
I don't know what was up there. I don't know.
So that's what he slammed it. Then he can follow up, which I don't know if follow up matters if the model's dead. That may not be.
No, he slammed it. He's not going to kill it in turns. So he follows up.
Gents,
Hey,
He probably does.
I want to hear about what happened because I left when it appeared Alex had made a foible. By the way, you can scroll down on the chat, see what people are saying.
I don't want to. Yeah, he's talking about not feeding this turn.
So.
Oh yeah, they point out that Iris 1 can't shoot off Inviolable Resolve, right? Iris 2 shoots off upkeeps.
Maybe. I get my irises confused. So
There's
you're
too
probably
many.
right.
It's not Iris 3, right?
No.
It's not Irish. It's not Irish 3 either.
Irish. Arr. Wait, why is she a pirate now? And why are they Irish? Ah, right. Sorry, anybody.
You're right. She does not do that anymore.
Yep, that's Irish 2 now, so he's right.
All right, so
So that's why he still has the upkeep one. So he missed. So the big one is he missed the.
He missed his
fire
boosted 7
effect.
on the agonizer.
ooh,
So the Agonizer's still alive. So the turtle's functioning armor 22,
yeah.
24.
Did he feed?
He didn't feed.
He didn't.
Zadesh's feet. No, Akira feeded.
Akira has feeded.
Zaadesh did.
Cosmo did not feed. Yes.
Damn. Well, good to know. I'm
Yeah,
always
well, that's
sus-
what his friend was saying. Like he probably didn't feed, and I think that's probably right. Like he gives it the turtle, and then sees what kills the turtle, and then pretty much just murders everything with PAL 22 bugs.
Oh man, they really did strip Iris down. I'm so used to just being scared that Iris is gonna just shoot off my fury and murder me.
Right.
She does that.
She does do that,
Yeah.
but she doesn't also.
Remove upkeeps.
Giving her too much credit.
And she's
Right.
still scary. She's still really good.
Yep. Or maybe it looks like he's going to take a shot at this Agonizer. Yep.
Oh, he's got another blaster shot.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
He's still got stuff.
he's got plenty of shots. That's one thing that I like about this Ossrum list is there's a lot of shots.
He's rolling damage, boosted damage.
Yep.
That looks like it might be.
He got
dead.
one. No, he got 1 damage in.
Yeah, unfortunately, metal dice, where we've got them,
Yeah.
rolling really poor
Yep.
to see.
Yeah, so he's got Rob's gonna do the thing where we can no longer. Oh, okay, he's not. Wait, Iris 2 can't do it either?
Oh man, we're so behind, guys. We're pulling the standard podcast or stream thing and knowing absolutely
Really?
nothing about what's going on.
Man.
I 100% thought an Iris could take. Am I thinking of 3? Or am I just crazy?
Iris
No, she
3
gains
does.
an additional die. She's purgation.
Maybe I'm just crazy.
When this
No.
model hits another, the spell keeps you I'll keep by suffering D3. hit
Okay,
points.
okay, that's
She does
right, that's
remove it,
right.
But they can keep them up.
Wow, they really nerfed Iris 2.
Yep.
Or changed the way she functions in any case.
Yep. Iris 2 does have that sweet chimney.
I hope so.
Choo.
Wait, that's something else.
That's a choo-choo train.
Yeah, not getting this agonizer twice with two
But
of
she
those
is blessed and
activations
has the
sucks.
Yeah. So this agonizer is just a tank boss.
That's my experience with agonizers. Is they
I don't
should
think
be
I
exceptionally.
don't know that
easy
he
to
remembered to flak field with his basher. I guess he just figured he wasn't going to do any damage.
I mean, his flak field's not a range attack, is it?
No.
Okay. Well, is PAL 12?
12 and base to base.
I mean, he's base to base with. He might not be base to base with any of the turtles.
You mean the Eridus?
The Eridus, yeah. The buggies.
So now I think he's just walking maybe a basher in
Yeah.
just to hit it like.
Man, it'd be really cool if Zaadesh's clouds were as good as Kolgrima's clouds and they affected everything, not just living models.
Iris 3.
Not mad. Okay, so there is an Iris that strips upkeep.
The bestest of the Iris.
Yeah.
The Iris, no one except for Rhett can bring.
Also as a unit.
Raid
as
boss
unit-
agonizer.
Mark II life, yeah. 3 years later, and we're still Mark II. And I didn't even play in Mark II.
I played 6 months in Mark II. Why do I think that she shoots off upkeeps? I don't know.
They want you to
Yeah,
make a
what's up?
measurement. Remember to unpause your clock.
Yeah.
Easy for me to say.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize that they hadn't done it either.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Let me get back to being bitter that Kolgrima. Let me get back to being bitter that Kolgrima's clouds affect everything, just like her spray is better than every other spray.
Yeah, Kolgrim is amazing.
Like, I get real salty about her spell list, not because it's good, but it is good. I get salty because it's just like better than other spells.
That's
It's
fair.
like Krissa is a 6 Fury caster that has a spray tin that instead of crit stationary does crit continuous fire, and it costs 3. So she's 6 Fury and doesn't have Dark Ritual, and she has a worse spray that costs more, and I lose my mind about it.
She also has a sword.
Yes, 1 second. Sorry, they've called for my super cool Muson mini steppers. I'll be right back.
They're super cool. They've resolved. So they've decided that it is not going to work on their own time, on their own decisions.
Yeah, so that was trying to figure out if you could get a model somewhere. So we wanted a little bit of Mr. Kova one.
I mean, she was the original Good Clouds, right?
Yeah.
Cool Grandma's just trying to steal them.
She did a good job of it.
She did.
She also is the queen of cold sprays too.
that spray is where the money is made.
Oh my god. So I've done some of the math on her crit sprays, and she has like pushing 70% on critting like defense 17 casters,
Yeah.
like across her attacks.
I've played her for a little while, and she definitely.
That probably would be useful. Yeah.
There you go. He finally gets it with his third shot as
Oh
his
my God,
7
third
seconds. Boosted both of them.
Gross. Get out of my swamp.
No, the clock's not paused.
That's a good question because they called for a judge earlier and then never unpaused the clock.
The clock is not paused right now.
Yeah.
Did they call for a judge earlier?
Yes, they were the table that called for a judge when you first left, and you were wandering around looking who called for it, and then they were like, never mind, and they never unpaused the clock.
Oh, great.
So, in fairness, it was about half of Alex's turn and about half of Akira's turn.
So what you're saying is it should just go flat out.
Oh, sorry, man.
Thank you. You good? All right. I'm gonna go make some rounds.
Yeah.
You guys enjoy.
Yeah,
Keep me posted.
if we have to. So, Dave, what's he doing? I mean, he got the agonizers. He's just trying to get into the zone and start scoring, or?
I think he's working
know if
on
he-
figuring out how to. He's going to try to beat this turtle to death.
I mean, that's fair. I don't think he can score that zone, but
I think.
he can put something in there so that Alex can't score it.
Right. He might. So he can put down 9 damage because I think Eris 1 can still just do deadly shot
Yeah.
and do 3. Kel can do 3 twice.
Sure.
So that's 9.
Yep.
And then against shooting, it's not.
It's not in the Krayer Aura? Or is it?
I think he knocked the Kreia. He slammed the Kreia back.
Got it. That's what he was slamming back. Got it. Yeah. So then it's armor 20 against against the other shooting, It's probably been damaged a couple.
Yeah, I do that too, Akira. I think they're 19 base, and they're not because they're just too good.
Did Akira think that turtles are 19? Yeah. No, we have real good models in Skorne. I might crutch on them. And by might, I mean I absolutely crutch on them. And I run 5 battle engines between 2 lists.
He's off 2 on his drill and has done something like 5 damage over 4 attacks.
Oh, I watched a game that Akira played recently, and a Clockatrice missed. It needed 5s, and it missed 3 of its 6 attacks. I was like, I don't understand what's happening.
Akira's pretty far behind now. It's just he's just taken too many things to get through, just because he's had a couple bad dice things.
I mean, like the boosted 7 is rough, and then that driller.
But then it was the boosted 7, then a boosted 5.
Right. I mean, if it takes him more than 2 drillers, it's going to be awful.
It'll come around. It's just a matter if the attrition swing.
Yeah.
If the turn of attrition gives him too much time, I don't know.
That turtle's almost dead. It's got like 3 boxes left, so that it's going to go. So I think it's just going to be the one. Yeah.
Yep.
So just the 2 guys. I mean, like a bunch of damage, and then.
Yeah, but now his drillers are up, right?
Yeah. On the plus side, the Eridus are scariest when they can pull you, and as we learned,
they cannot
because
they can't 2-inch pull you, so they're 6 and 7 inches, right?
Yeah, they threat 7 inches
with their mouths.
With the mouths, and then 8 with the claws. I mean, and that's relevant because the claws are pound 19, but it is Akira's feet turn.
Yeah. Also, he has tactician, so
yes. He's taking a counter charge, I guess.
Yeah, with the bird.
Who's counter? Okay, my question was who's he counter charging, but I had forgotten about the base.
Yeah, this.
I mean, probably do some damage, but
2.
And I mean, the bird's not super scary, right?
He's going to try to roll like the 5 and hit him into him.
Oh, I got you. He was trying to do the pitch.
Yeah, so and then he was sturdy, and then he just knocked everything.
Cool.
But Akira's plan here is sound, right? He takes he is trying to do is he takes both the agonizer and the turtle, disrupts with the slams and knockdowns, and has 2 bashers up there under his feet.
Yep.
And then just chip, right?
Yep.
And then he's got.
So I think part of the issue might be.
That's the plan. I don't know if it'll be.
No, I think that plan's fine, right? I think I'm just thinking like attrition wise next turn, right? He might lose 3 drillers even under feet.
Maybe. I mean, they're 20. They're.
It just depends, right? It like again. Because the one Eridus is within range to bite both of those jacks, right? And so it's going to be POW 22s.
Right.
So
it is knocked down, but it can sacrifice to stand up and just start
the turtle can't be knocked out, or the bug can't be knocked out.
Oh, he's steady as well.
He's
right?
steady and sturdy.
Yeah.
So like the bug has 4 fury, and I mean maybe he doesn't kill 2 jacks, but I feel like he probably does pretty close.
He probably does.
I mean, it is feet turn, so it's like dice, right? So.
And the drillers are 22.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe he doesn't because it's only straight dice, right? But.
That's killed the Kreia. He's really doing a good job at blowing up his support.
No, and that's going to be relevant because
you can't paralyze.
Well, I mean, I guess he can't paralyze Ossrum.
Right.
I was going to say, what's he worried
about? But if you can paralyze and get like a bird on there or something with a Ossrum.
No, you're right. Looks like he's doing damage to an area.
He's blowing up with his fleck field.
Oh, got it. Why
is he off 13?
I think they think
6,
it's
19. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's not a range attack.
okay.
It's just the. It's
Oh,
not
it just goes down to 6 because
yeah,
he's not
'cause
base to base.
You got it.
Okay.
So the plan is sound, right? I mean, like I think it's a fair because he's done good work, right? He's got an agonizer. He's got he's got his agonizer. He's got his Kreia, one of the Kreias. There's 2 Kreias.
Sure.
And he's gotten the turtle.
Yep.
And the trade is because he's got 3. So he's got the gladiator, 3 soldiers, and the bird left,
Yep. And so I think
and himself. Like he's a good
right,
fighter as well.
Right. So I think that Alex, if he can get to stuff, I think he can kill. He can do some good attrition work next turn. But Akira, I think, has 7 heavies.
Yeah, but like the bashers, the slam bunnies are kind of like
Yeah,
mediums.
That's
They're not-
fair.
I mean,
yeah.
I know there's no medium classification, but they're not heavies, right? They're
Right.
like the bird is like a medium,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like they're big bases, but they are. It's like those 3 fury beasts, like the satyrs or something.
I mean, Alex is pretty awesome, but Skorne is Bay. So
Yeah, I'm good with Akira, and I'm good with Alex.
I'm good with them all personally. Obviously, I know Akira, so I might have a slight.
I'm amused that our top table choice now has just been full of stuff that, in my opinion, is too good.
Like Mercs?
Like Ossrum.
I remember a time when I thought Ossrum was too good, and then
Well, they are succeeding in their design, in their stated desire for the power level. That they didn't want to push things down; they wanted to bring
Right.
everything up to its level. And Ossrum was the thing that was amazing,
yeah,
and he still is amazing.
just other stuff is
all
really
their stuff
good.
is at his level.
Yeah, or more.
Or
Oh.
more.
Yeah, I don't like because Akira's got 7 heavies. I mean, there's no way he loses all 7 this turn just
No.
because of feet, right?
Yeah,
So,
I think it comes down to
and that's what I find Ossrum pretty this list really good at is grindy, but Zaadesh is also really grindy.
yeah. I don't know who wins this grind, right?
Yeah, I don't
The
know.
defensive strikes haven't happened yet. His feet's up and
Right.
destabilizing.
So the defensive strikes are going to be real rough on Akira's next turn.
One of the advantages is you can pick out, if you can do it, is you can shoot out a thing and Grievous wounds it.
Yeah.
And you might be able to neutralize, like, if he takes out their body or their spirit, they hit hard, but they only
Sure.
get 3 swings.
Right. And then that doesn't, yeah.
But you can only do that to one at a time, right?
Yeah.
So, and we'll see what his retaliation is.
Yep. I'm got to imagine this is feet turn. I mean, maybe it's not, but I feel like it is. It's going to end up being.
Yeah, it means the Dash grinds, right? That's what the man does.
Yep. Yeah, because it just looks like.
Oh, he has, Akira also has Ion on hold.
There we go. There's a damage buff. I was like, I swore that he had something. I think he used to have Ragman.
Yeah. He might have changed out Ragman for Alton.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Which kind of makes sense in the way he's playing the list, in the list pair that he wants to play it into, because he
Yeah.
wants to play it into Thorn, and he wants to play it, well, maybe not Thorn. He probably actually wants to play Fiona 1 into Thorn.
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
that's right.
I don't know what you play into Thorn.
He.
A little bit of, both have things that they want.
Right. I thought he was playing like Shay into Thorn,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I don't know. Like, the blasters do okay. I don't
Right.
know. But the reason why you want that is because Alton helps against Garrux, right?
Right.
Or random other things that you don't want to heal or tough or whatever.
Okay. So.
Alright, so I think Zaadesh just charged a girl. One of the Chaosies that are just
Chaosi,
kind of up
yeah.
in the grills. I don't know. So you're a Skorne player. So if you're Alex, what's your order of operations? You've got 2 girls kind of up in your way. So he's beast handling now, right? He's going to try.
So I assume out of range of Zaadesh getting the second one.
Beast handlers are 6s. Move 6s.
Move 6, and they
What's the
can
command?
6, and they can enrage 3, medicate base to base, and pull fury off at 3 as well. I mean, so one of the things that's great about Skorne is once
he almost had Narratus down.
yeah.
If his damage dice were better, then that
Yep.
changes it.
Oh man, that'd be huge.
That sucks.
Did Zaadesh feed or did he not feed? Is this not feed turn?
He has not yet feeded.
That would be Zaadesh moved, right?
I guess he did feed. I don't know.
I mean, maybe he didn't. But
I do
that
not see a
seems-
token.
Yeah, it doesn't
but
seem.
that does not mean.
Yep. So this is the gladiator. Oh no, this is an Eridus. I'm sorry. The gladiator's next door.
He needs. Oh, it's +2 mana. Got it.
Yeah. It's +2 mat, +2 strength, and defensive strike. So he's just doing a bunch of damage. Yeah, it looks like Zaadesh did get those girls, so I'm like that's kind of what you have to do, and also Zaadesh being up there on the board.
Yeah, not killing that guy is going to really hurt him.
Yeah.
He had a good plan. I think he just needed not he
Yeah.
lost too much activations with just
Yeah.
because now he didn't have the agonizer, so he didn't kill the agonizer quickly. He didn't get us, so he didn't get
Right.
the sentinel down. Not sentinel. Yeah, the sentinel.
The Kreia?
He didn't, so he killed a Kreia.
Yeah.
He almost killed an.
Oh, you're talking about
sentinel.
they're soldiers.
Soldiers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Sentinels are the spitters.
Are the spitters? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. They're my not favorite, but their spray tin poison that's boostable is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Really good.
So
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. Akira's in it. He needs for things to not.
yeah,
He needs Alex's dice to help him back out.
yeah. So I feel like is he measuring this sentry? Not the soldier rather. We just had this discussion. Is he measuring the soldier's range, or is he just trying to see
So
if the
he's-
Archidon?
I think he's trying to set up. I don't know which one he's trying to.
Because I'm thinking.
Okay, so the bug is trying to walk. So he's blocking a bug. Mm-hmm. And then he's trying to make. If he walks to there, does he still maintain a charge lane for a different thing?
Oh, I got you. Okay. I'm going to assume that he has moved to there, since he's rolling, or maybe he didn't, but he's rolling dice. And if he's rolling dice and he has forgotten that he can't pull those jacks, he's gonna be real sad. Yeah, Juris is saying it's a really good game. Oh, yeah. That's another good point. Maybe. I don't think it was a counter charge. I think that Akira had finished
I mean, if that was a counter charge, it was.
way late.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, this bug is just murdering these jacks. But I mean, that's dice, right? Like straight dice.
Are they 4 Fury dudes?
They are 4 Fury, yes, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, he's full on that bug, right? But
Yeah. And he's already done his beast handler, so maybe he over pushes him.
he's going well. So they Matthew Stroop points out that if Alex kills the drillers, Akira has problems with cracking the Skorne heavies, even without the agonizer.
Yeah. He's wanting him to use his time on the
bashers.
On the bashers,
Yeah, so
right.
he's got at least. I think that he's going to end up with 2 drillers left. I don't think that Archidon kills that driller.
Not with the feet.
Not with that feat, yeah.
Out.
Because he is only POW 19 and 3 Fury, right? Like, he's just not.
Yeah, so it's dice off 3.
Yeah.
He does get a free charge.
He does. Yeah, he's got a free charge. I think this is the gladiator that moved around and is punching things. So I mean, the gladiator's POW 20, which is also awful. I mean, so he's. I mean, again, these are bashers. Akira's playing well to like have tried to. I mean, he did what he could with the bashers, right?
Yeah, if he kills the one more soldier, it's like a different game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same game. It's just the attrition. Who's gaining attrition favor?
Yeah.
Is very, very much swingy in the middle,
Yeah.
right? So it's just a matter of
Oh yeah, he's going for this driller. Interesting.
yeah, because he wants to pin him if nothing else, so that that driller can't get into the rest of the stuff.
I wonder if he thinks that he can crit pitch him into the house, which is not true, but
Yeah.
maybe that's what he thinks. Because I would also think that would be the way to kill the driller, right?
Yeah, I also haven't,
But he
I haven't
could've-
heard Akira say that any systems have gone on those jacks. I think he's just murdered everyone.
Yeah. This basher has systems, but bashers are almost impossible to cripple.
No, he knew that he couldn't do it. He said
Okay.
crit, and then he said immediately after, I can't target it.
Yeah. Okay.
So he
Yeah.
knew.
See, like the Archidon does,
Yeah,
like 10 damage.
the
Okay.
the bug that he left that
Right.
lane open for. But he doesn't get his face. He's only good in his arms.
I mean, that's PAL 19, so it theoretically is probably, especially with that damage roll. Holy
This-
cow.
that's the swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the swing. You're not getting that guy dead. He's the dead one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he has one more box, so, yeah. That's going to be huge. Yep.
He probably had a bad roll, but didn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's
I
gonna
mean, I
suck.
think this is a very like the way this is lining up. It looks like it was a very yeah. That's what I was thinking too, Juris.
Yeah, like, what does he got? Does he have
He has 2 transfers left on him because he
okay,
thought about dropping them for
like,
a cloud, and he decided to keep them.
yeah, that's probably the better play. And it is scary because he does have sack pawn. A lot of times you're like, I don't care if he has sack, that
Yeah,
that I might get
He
ranged.
still has his blasters, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he has Iris still, but
I mean,
Iris is there. Iris is alive. She's in
is she in
that
the bottom zone?
The bottom zone. So
Okay,
does
so
anybody
she-
scored?
He'll score 1, I think.
Killed the objective.
No, he's standing in the top zone.
Zaadesh
and I
is standing
think
in the
he's
top
killed both
zone.
girls.
Yep.
I don't know if Zaadesh hit the girl that he charged. I'm guessing he did.
Yeah. Yeah, Akira knows what's up.
So yeah, that zone's clear.
He's doing his calculation.
Yep. So the score's 1-0, Rob?
Fairly strong. I'll find out.
That's fine.
Yep, they're just doing their line of sights, so Akira's going to try for it.
What's he got on
Uh,
there?
He needs the Eris shot to
1-0.
hit.
He's got it. Okay, so he's trying with Eris first?
Yeah, so he's planning it out. He's just going through
Okay,
the
I
math.
got you.
So he's got the 2 blasters. He's got the fire for effect
Artillery?
artillery.
Okay.
And if he gets rid of his transfers, that'll probably get the job done.
Oh, yeah. He's a 15-16 with 16 boxes. He might have 17 boxes, but I
Yeah.
mean, the point is, he's relying on sack pawn.
Does he not have anything with it?
No, nothing's
He
within
went
3
too-
inches.
He went hard in the paint.
Too hard. Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Well, I mean, maybe not too hard.
he's
but
left opening in any case.
Because like the other idea is, if he didn't go this hard, maybe he doesn't get up on attrition enough, right? So this is just kind of like the
'Cause he's got how many blasters are still alive?
2.
So he's got Iris.
He's got Iris, Kel, 2 blasters, a fire for effect, artillery, and I don't know if Ossrum can walk over and shoot with his hand
Is
cannon as well.
Alton
Alton is over here, I think.
yeah. Where is the second Kreia, or are both Kreias dead?
I don't know. I'm assuming they're both dead because I
don't
know,
see one.
I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, that would be the only
Iris
relevant.
hit.
Oh, that's pretty much game.
Well,
I mean, if he can hit, right?
dice still get you, but
Well, that's what I mean, right? Like it's about, can he hit, and then how much damage can he do?
Both Kreias are dead.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Rob confirmed both Kreias are dead. The Kreia was the only thing I was like, maybe it's within 3 inches for the aura. The Kreia is really annoying with Zaadesh because if it's giving him the aura, it's also a sack pawn. So you have to hit him at a
He needs a
17.
10.
Did, I can't tell.
That's a
Iris
PAL
was
boosted
actually
PAL
up on my
16, I think.
Oh, yeah. So it's
He's already
boosted
wiped off.
boosted dice.
12.
Yep. He has 4
it's
more
done.
boxes. He's
Yeah.
he's out.
Yeah, the Iris hitting it.
What did Iris need to hit? 10? No.
She was a 9.
She was a 9, so she needed a 6.
She aimed up to a 9, so she needed a 6.
a 6. Yeah.
No, she's a 9, isn't she? So she went up to an 11. She needed a 4.
Is she base 9?
Let's find out.
I think you're right. Because every time I hear stats, I
Ask
hate
the
her.
internet. She is rat 9.
Okay, so Andy says he had to cloud, and I guess Andy's saying that because
He
that
thought
way-
about clouding and he decided to keep the Fury, which is he double took on it.
Yeah. So like I thought it was the right call, but with Iris in range, it might not have been. You have to Rob's giving the Cure a little rub. But with
Yeah, John did. Yeah.
oh, that is John. But like, if he could have clouded and kept
Kira
Iris out of,
Kira still needs to make sure not to counter charge.
oh, that's good. Yeah. Because if he countercharges and puts something in sack pawn range, turns out. I mean, also he doesn't get the shot, which is relevant as well. So, yeah, like Andy's right. If he could have clouded
That'll
without,
do it.
how do people not know
About
Iris's stats? Because I have been playing for 3 years, and I'm always surprised that something is a 9.
She's a rat 9.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's awesome.
yeah. Like I just didn't know immediately. Yeah, so there it is. Akira got it.
Yep. A lot of shots went in there.
Yep. All right. Good. Well, that one probably had to happen that way after the swing turn that Alex had.
It was really even though. That was a good game.
That was a really good game, and it kind of rough. But I think he had to do what he did with Zaadesh. He just probably needed to cloud.
Maybe clouds.
If he can cloud and keep Iris from shooting the focus,
I don't know
it
if
doesn't
you-
matter, right?
I don't know if
'Cause
you
they
can cloud well enough to stop everything from seeing.
Yeah, that's why I thought the focus was relevant, or the fury was relevant rather, because
What you need to do is go a little less hard and
keep something near him.
yeah.
I think you're right, because I think at that point
Hey,
that's your win condition,
it's okay.
or that's your lose condition, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I do that all the time and misread what my lose condition is, and
But he was, and it's easy to sit and say it.
yeah, of course. Again, we talked about that last. We talked about that last time. It's easy to be like, oh yeah, I've got this aerial view.
There you go. Now I'm dropping.
It's easy to get the aerial view and be like, yeah, you should have done this, right? But
Yeah.
okay,
Oh well, good game.
yeah, people are agreeing with the cloud.
Yeah, I think the cloud breaks at least makes her move, so it's harder to hit,
Yeah, right.
and she doesn't get see through and so she has to move.
Right. And
Really, the thing is, she probably just needed to have one of the guys closer and
Yeah.
kill one less jack.
yeah, especially like the basher, right? Like one of the bashers you might have been able to leave alive.
That's easy for me to say, though.
Sure. Again, we're all just
Yeah.
armchair generaling. But if what you're, yeah, there's so much shooting in this list, and I often forget that, like, because I'm like, oh, this is a list that's full of beef, and I'm like, oh wait, it also just shoots a crap ton.
Yeah. That's
So
why Ossrum is so good.
Yep.
One of the reasons Ossrum is so good.
one of them. The other is because you shouldn't have tactician in an entire faction, but I'm not going to complain about that. Except that I totally am.
All right, bye, internet.
All right, guys.